Oh, I hope you're enjoying your Greek. Now, you've probably noticed it's not easy. Anyone who tells you Greek is easy, they're smoking something. It's not easy. There's a lot to learn here. But this will enrich your life in so many ways once you conquer this mountain, and I hope you're enjoying this. So let's review the basics. Remember the alphabet? Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, xi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega. All right, remember and repeat the important stuff. Okay, so let's just hit the vowels real quick. Remember in English it's A, E, I, O, U, and there are Greek equivalents, alpha, epsilon, iota, omicron, upsilon, and then we have the long alpha sound, which is an eta, and the long omicron is an omega. And then the diphthongs, we're getting used to seeing those, I hope. Remember my little phrase here, I, a, oi, ow, oo, we, you. Over and over and over again. Okay, I, a, oi, ow, oo, we, you. All right, but today we move into pronunciation, which actually is beautifully easy in Greek, much easier than in English. Because in Greek, if you know the name of the letter, you know the sound that it makes. Isn't this beautiful? So for example, beta makes a b sound. The first sound of the name of the letter is the sound of the letter, okay? So epsilon is e. Zeta is z, right? So you get it, first sound of the letter's name is the sound the letter makes. All right, so Greek is wonderfully consistent that way. Just by point of comparison, let me point out English is not. English is a nightmare. Thank goodness we don't have to learn English here. Think about a word like bright and lick. Just compare those two words for just a second. First of all, look at the I sound. In the word bright, it's I. In the word lick, it's I or I. So which is it? Come on, be consistent here. And then we have this horrible GHT sound, so the GH is silent in bright for some reason, and in lick, why do we need a C and a K for a k, a kappa sound? In Greek, that would just be a nice kappa, right? Okay? Or take a word like inconsistencies, and look at the two C's in there. And the first one is a k sound like a kappa, and the last one is a s like sigma. Greek won't do that to you. You'll like Greek. How about this little phrase? Try quantum physics. Okay, look at the Y's in those statements. Try, the Y sounds like I, and physics, it's like I. And then you have this whole QU thing, which is a complete... So the point is that English is really inconsistent. Greek, we will see, is wonderfully consistent. So let's look at John chapter 1, verses 1 through 5. We'll go slowly. And then as we work through this, we'll learn to pronounce Greek, and I think you'll see that it comes pretty easily for us. When you open your Bible to John, you'll see the title, Kata Ioannein, and you'll notice it's in all capitals. We haven't stressed capitals much. Let's take a quick look at them. You can see that in most cases, the capitals look very much like the smaller lowercase letters, but in some cases they're a little odd, like the delta's strange. The alpha, well, looks like an A, that makes sense. The zeta is a bit different, but just take a look at them. You won't see a lot of capitals in Greek, so we'll just focus on the lowercase letters. But you might just take a look at this and notice sigma, for example, is sort of odd, and that one occurs a lot. Upsilon sort of looks like a Y, so that's a little weird to us. Just take a look at those and kind of get used to them. But for right now, focus on the lowercase letters. Now, let me demonstrate what we're after here. We want to be able to pronounce John 1, 1 through 5 this smoothly. In arche ein ha logos, kai ha logos ein pros ton theon, kai theos ein ha logos. Hutas ein in arche pros ton theon. Ponta di autou ageneta, kai choris autou ageneta ude hen. Ha geganan in auto zoe ein, kai he zoe ein ta phos ton anthropon. Kai ta phos in te skatia phaine. Kai he skatia auta u kat eleben. All right, turn in your Little Greek Grammar to John 1 through 5. And I think it's helpful to read along with the Interlinear translation. It's sort of a painless way to absorb vocabulary. But before we get into the pronunciation, there are two things we need to look at: breathing marks and accents. These are the strange little marks that are around, mainly above the words, as you can see here. So first, let's talk about breathing marks. You can see that every word that starts with a vowel has what looks like an apostrophe facing either forward, like here, or backwards, like here. These are called breathing marks, and every Greek word that begins with a vowel will have a breathing mark over that vowel. The smooth breathing mark looks like this, okay, and it's not pronounced at all. The rough breathing mark looks like this, and it's pronounced like an H. So if the vowel has a rough breathing mark over it, you pronounce the word with an H sound at the front. So back to John 1 here, you can see that here we have the word in, but it has a smooth breathing mark, okay, and that smooth breathing mark is not pronounced, so this word is just in. Here we have the word arche. Notice this alpha has a smooth breathing mark. It's not pronounced, so this is just arche. Another smooth breathing mark is just ein. But here's a rough one. A rough breathing mark over an omicron. Omicron sounds like ah, so this is ha. Ha logos. Make sure you get the H sound in there. Here it is again. Let's see if I can find some more rough breathing marks here. Here's one in this word, hutos. Notice there's a rough breathing mark over this vowel, hutos. So you can see, again, every word that starts with a vowel has either a rough or a smooth breathing mark. Smooth breathing marks are not pronounced. Rough breathing marks are pronounced like an H. Greek accents come in three wonderful flavors, and actually they all taste the same because no matter which of the three accents is over the word, all it tells you is where to place the stress. It says stress this syllable. Well, let's look at the three kinds of accents. Notice the first one we see here is like, it looks like a Spanish tilde. It's called a circumflex. We can see there are a bunch of those in this passage. Notice also that when there is a accent and a breathing mark, they just stack them up, or in some cases they put them side by side like here, but they just put them together over the letter. Okay, but there's our circumflex. There's a second kind of accent. You can see that sort of rises. It starts down and moves up. This is called an acute accent, and we see those scattered throughout here. And then you can notice the other kind of accent, which falls, starts high and goes down. This is called a grave. So here they are, the three Greek accents, okay? We have the acute accent, which rises, the grave, which falls, and the circumflex, which goes up and down. Now you've noticed the circumflex sometimes is more like a tilde, which is more like a squiggly line. Sometimes it's drawn more like this, kind of like a hat or something, just up and down. But either way, it's a circumflex. Now originally, these accents meant they did something to the pitch. The acute was pronounced as a rising tone, the grave as a falling, and the circumflex went up and down, okay? But today, most people, when they pronounce Greek, they just place stress on the syllable that has the accent over it, and it doesn't matter which one. All right, so we understand our breathing marks, we understand our accents. Let's do a little pronunciation. Now, the first thing we need to do is divide the words into syllables. Now remember our rule, which is one syllable per vowel or diphthong. So here's a word with one vowel. It's one syllable. Very simple, right? In. Notice it's a smooth breathing, so it's not pronounced in. The next word is arche. Notice there are two vowels, so there are two syllables. Arche. In arche, the accent is over this syllable, so it's arche, not arche, but arche. In arche, ein, notice one vowel, one syllable. Ha, rough breathing. one vowel. The vowel is the word, okay? Ha. Here's a word with, of course, two syllables because there are two vowels. Halagos. Now notice it's not lagos because the accent is over the first syllable. Lagos. In arche ein halagos. Kai. Now what do you call this right here? Diphthong, right? I, A, Oi, Ow, U, We, You. Remember those? Okay. I. So this is just one syllable. Kai. Ha. La. Gas. Ein. Pros. Ton. The. On. Now notice this is not a diphthong. Epsilon omicron is not a diphthong, so this is two vowels, two syllables. The, on, with the word for God. Theon. Kai, theos. Here again we have that same division. Theos, ein, ha, la, gos. All right, let's keep going. Hutas. Now notice this is a diphthong, right? With a rough breathing. So it's hutas. The accent is on the first syllable, so it's not hutas. It's hutas. Hutas. Ein. In. Notice how repetitive. We're getting used to this word. Was, in, right? Ein, in. Arche. There's that word again. Arche. Pros. Ton, the, on. Pon, ta. Okay, here we have two vowels, so two syllables. Pon, ta, di. Oh, what's this? This doesn't look like a rough breathing or a smooth breathing. It's not over a, well, it kind of is over a vowel, but it's not over the vowel, it's beside it. What that is an apostrophe. Okay, sometimes when Greek leaves out a letter, actually all the time when Greek leaves out a letter, it uses an apostrophe, just like in English we do the same thing. If we say the word can't, for example, for cannot, we put an apostrophe where the missing letters were. That's all that is. This actually is the word dia. I'm trying to find the word dia here, and I don't see it, but it means through. The missing letter is actually an A, like this, but dia. I should say it. The missing letter is an alpha. Okay, but anyway, panta, di, au, tu. Notice this is diphthong, diphthong. This is not four syllables. It's two because we have two diphthongs. Au, tu, and we would say autu, not autu, because the accent is here. Panta, panta di autu. Okay, here's a four-syllable word. E-gen-e-ta. Egeneta. Notice the accent is over this syllable, so it's egeneta, not egeneta, not egeneta, not egeneta, but egeneta. Okay, so it's so nice. Greek makes it so easy. The accents are always right, there for you to see, let you know where to stress the syllable. So, panta di autu, ageneta. Kai. Notice we've seen this word kai a lot. I believe it's the most common word that you will come across. It means and, so it's a nice little conjunction there. Kai, choris, choris, au, tu. Here's our word again. Ageneta, ageneta, u, de. Notice here we have our diphthong u de, hin. Now here's a good illustration right here. We've seen this word in a lot, right? With a smooth breathing mark and no accent, in. This word hin is it's a different word. It means one. This means like in. So notice the difference. These breathing marks matter. Hin. Ude hin. Not ude hin, because the accent is here, all right? Ude hin. Now notice the period here. There's some debate about whether the period should be here or actually at the end of where the mark for verse 4 is. So that's an interesting question. We can talk about it more later. But for now, on to the pronunciation. Ha geganin. Okay, look at this one. We've seen the word ha earlier here without an accent. Here we have ha with an accent. We'll see that that actually makes a difference. So these accents and breathing marks do matter. Ha ge ga nin in ao to zo a ain. Let's just read that all together now. Ha ge ga nin in ao to zo a ain. Kai hey zo a ain ta phos ton anthropon. Now notice, not anthropon, not anthropon. Notice these omegas are always long. O sound. Omicrons are A, omegas are O. So here we'll see skatia, here anthropon. And because thro has the accent, it is anthropon. Not anthropon, not anthropon, anthropon. Kai, ta, phos, in, te. Okay, here's a word with 3 vowels, so it's 3 syllables. Notice this is iota alpha, not alpha iota, so this is not a diphthong. So it's 2, each vowel gets its own syllable. Skatia. Again, pay attention to the accents. Not skatia, not skatia, but skatia. Skatia. Darkness, okay? Fine. Oh, well, here is the diphthong, right? I. So this gets 1 syllable. Here's another diphthong. A. I, a, oi, ow, oo, we, you. Okay. Notice, so then 2 vowels or diphthongs, so 2 syllables. Fine. Fine. Kai, hey, ska, ti, a, ow, ta, u, not au, because this is oi, ow, oo. There's oo, okay? So this is a diphthong. Oo, not who, because this is a smooth breathing, right? So oo, and here's a nice long word with 1, 2, 3, 4 vowels. So kat, la, ben. Kat elaben. Not katalaben, not katalaben, not katalaben, but kat elaben. Okay, pay attention to those accents and hit that syllable that has the accent. Kat elaben. So here we go, sort of medium pace. Read along with me. In arche ein ha lagos. Kai ha lagos ein pros ton theon. Kai theos ein ha lagos. Hutos ein in arche pros ton theon. Ponta di autu egeneta. Kai choris autu egeneta ude hen. Ha geganin in auto zoe ein. Kai he zoe ein ta phos ton anthropon. Kai ta phos in te skatia fine. Kai he skatia auta u kat elaben.
Let's go back to the top, and I'll read it sort of at a smoother, medium pace. Notice, please break the reading into phrases that are marked off by the punctuation. That will help you with your understanding and your reading. So, one phrase at a time, a bit faster. Read along, okay? In arche ein halagas, kai halagas ein proston theon, kai theas ein halagas. Hutas ein in arche proston theon. Panta di autu agenata, kai choris autu agenata ude hen. Ha geganin in auto zoe ein. Kai he zoe ein ta phos ton anthropon. Kai ta phos in te skatia phine. Kai he skatia auta u kat eleben.
So there it is, John 1, 1 through 5. Think of it, you're already pronouncing Greek. Just a little while ago, you didn't even know the letters, and now you're reading Greek words. Soon we will start understanding them. Hey, let me encourage you to always read aloud. When you're studying, say the things out loud. Engage your tongue and your vocal cords. It will help you to learn so much faster. Yes, people will think you're weird. They already do, right? You're studying Greek. I mean, you're an odd person, okay? But so pronounce out loud as we go. Now, in your workbook, I've given you verses 1 through 14. I've syllabified those for you so you can practice pronouncing those. And for the quiz this week, we need to do a live quiz. So this will be a chance for you to engage with your instructor and practice John 1, 1 through 5, get really smooth, and then just show off how good you're getting at all this.